The following is a presentation of TFNN. It is now time for the Diagnostic Trading Hour with your host, Darrell Martin. Now, Darrell Martin.
All right, folks, welcome on here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. Markets decided to give up all those gains from yesterday. Right now, we got the S&P down 12 points. We got the Russell down 11. NASDAQ is down 16, with the Dow down 128. Oil is down $1.70 on the day. Looking on over at natural gas, it's down over 2%. Corn's down a couple dollars right now. Soybeans down about $5. Euro dollar is down, or up. Euro dollar right now is up 81 pips. Aussie dollar up 13. Pound dollar up 71. With the U.S. CAD down 38. The U.S. franc down 140 at 9 pips. Euro yen's down 98 pips. Pound yen's down 128. And U.S. yen is down $1.31. And so giving you sort of a mixed bag of results there on the dollar. Looking over at gold. Gold right now is up 12 points on the day, with silver up over 1%. And copper is down a little over 0.5% at the moment. And something I wanted to show to you today, we just added some more upgrades to our binary scanner. And if you have not, if you have not tried out Nadex, hop on over to TFNN.com, click on the Nadex banner. And as soon as you do that, you can get a demo account and a live account. Demo account is under our products on Nadex.com. And then simply click on the demo account link there at the top of the page. Once you do that, fill in your username that you want. First name, last name, phone number, and email address, and you'll be able to log in right away to your Nadex account and see how it works. Once you log in, one of the biggest suggestions I always give people is to go ahead and change your password, okay? And what they're going to do is they're going to put $25,000 of funny money in your account, and they'll give you a couple weeks to basically trade that at no cost, nothing, anything at all. Don't have to deposit any money. You can check it out. Now, if you want to learn how to get an extended demo for, say, like a year, then just email me over here at TFNN. My email's on the contributor page on the TFNN website, and I'd be glad to let you know how to get that demo extended to 1 year. Like I said, change your password, go under My Account, and then right over here under Settings, there's a password section. And put in the password they emailed you, which you're never going to remember, and put in whatever password that you will, secure password that you will remember, and then change the password right there. Now, also, something to do is under Preferences. A little tip for you right here under Preferences. Go down and choose Allow Multiple Ticket Panels, okay? And then click Set Preferences. When you do that, what will happen is you can open up more than one ticket at a time. So that's very, very helpful. And again, you can open up one ticket, you can open up more than one instead of just being able to open one. Now, another option that a lot of people don't know about, there's a couple cool things on here, is there's a little drop-down menu. People sort of miss this. You can click on that, and you can say tear-off ticket. The great thing about a tear-off ticket, I'll show you this right here, see how you can actually take it outside of the browser window. So very helpful if you want to have something sitting up there, like if you want to do stops, trailing stops, things like that, and you're wanting to manage it, then that's how you can manage that position easily without having to be right inside the platform every time. All right, so we got that set up. Now, what's going on with this new binary scanner, all these upgrades we've been doing lately? We just uploaded a whole new set of them today, and to get access to them, you're just going to go over here and click on Binary Scanner. And then scroll down, and you'll be able to see all the markets and how they work. But what you'll do is scroll on down and pick your market. So let's say you want to trade, I don't know, euro dollar. Then you can go down here and you can choose euro dollar. And now notice it'll have every single euro dollar binary. And we just added a feature. Now you can actually view, and look, there's a lot of them, by the way. Look at that. I mean, just like 100 of them. We've made it where you can see multiple markets on the same page. Now, obviously, you have no desire to see this many binary contracts. You're not going to trade all of them. And that's sort of the mess you're going through if you're over here inside the Nadex platform. If I go over here and go to, say, binaries on euro dollar, and scrolling down, I click on this, and now look at all these. I mean, look at this. I got to go through here, here, here. I mean, all these right here, trying to find what's going to be the best binary for me to trade. Okay? And obviously, it's a big list. I even got to make the window bigger just so I can see all of them. So I was like, there has to be a better way. And just for my own trading, there has to be a better way. And I'm like, well, what if I only want binaries going to expire, say, in the next, I don't know, we'll say, a few hours. I can move this little slider down right here to say 4 hours. And now I just got rid of all the binaries that expire, in 5 hours, 9 hours, 13 hours, 17 hours, 21 hours, 2 days. So all those are now gone. That just reduced my list by a lot. Now let's say I want to do, ones that have, say, a $5 to a $30 risk, which means I can make between 95 and $70 on the trade. And click that. Now let's see what we got. Look at this. Oh, wow. See, it's a lot smaller. Remember that big list we were scrolling down on? Now it's on one page. And, I might want to go in and say, let's make that a little bit tighter. I only want $5 to $20. And right there, it's going to get even tighter for me. And so now I have that up, and I can say, I'm wanting to buy. So I can go over here after clicking on the buy button, and now it'll just show me the buy side. And so now the sells are gone. And so now I've got it down from what are over 100 binary contracts to 4 binary contracts. So I've really made my job a lot simpler without doing any math at all, without really having to click around at all. These are the only 4 that qualify for what I'm looking to do. And now I have a pretty cool feature. Check this out. I can go in here to simulation settings. And I can say, well, what if the price of the euro dollar were to move up to, 1.3? Okay? And I click that right there, click outside the box, and it's going to tell me what the binary would be worth. So if I bought it for 11, I could sell it for 97. If I bought it for 6, I could sell it for 80. If I bought it for 12.50, I could sell it for 91. And it shows me what my actual best, return on trade is going to be. And I can actually find that this one right here is 550, is a better return on my trade than any of the other trades for that movement that I expect to happen by 3 o'clock. So I can go in here and do this. And it also teaches me a couple other things. Okay? And I always take cool screenshots when I see things like this because I'm noticing them more and more. And, but look at this. Right, this is pretty cool. Once you realize what I'm about to teach you, you'll see just a massive value right here. A binary should be cheaper if it's further away. Okay? Because basically right here, I'm paying $6.50. It expires at 3 o'clock. Okay? So it expires at the exact same time, but they're charging me more money for one that's further out, whoever's making that market. Well, I'm better off getting the cheaper one. It has less risk, okay? It has a greater return on investment on the same move, and it's closer. And that one tick, okay, if I'm buying and it finishes at 29.81, this trade loses. This trade, it makes like $93.50. One tick difference. This trade risked $6.50. This trade risked $8. Yeah, the risk is still small, but you're talking about a return of, 100 and, like 1,000%? I don't know. It's huge. So 1,100%. So 1,200% return on that trade right there. Now, if it went all the way, that's if I closed it when it got to 1.3. If it expired above it, I can make even more. So I can make more money on a closer strike that expires at the exact same time just by using the binary. So better probability, lower risk, more profit. And you see, it's fluctuating in and out right there as the prices change. So I can do that right there. I can also say, only show me ones that have maybe a 10, or 5 or whatever, the risk-reward ratio or better. And so right now we have it set on 5, and we're going to actually raise that up to where you can do that at any limit. And let me go here. And now there's another feature we added in. Okay, so check this out. I'm going to reset all my simulation prices there. And I'm going to simulate a range. So let's say I want to do a strangle or a straddle or something like that. I'm going to put both of them on there. And then I'm going to say, you know what? Let's do simulation. And what if the euro dollar were to move up or down, 50 pips? And hit apply. And then what it does is it actually adds 50 pips to the one above it and 50 pips to the one below it. Okay? And then now what you can see is that it tells me this simulation price on both sides on a strangle. So what strangle would have the best return for me? Maybe what strangle in what time frame would have the best return for me? And I find that, using this one right here, I have a 1,000% return, 10 times return. This one I have a 1,300% return on this trade. So what do we got? I mean, that could be our strangle right there. And so there's a lot of new features we added in, but that's like if you want to find a strangle trade. Maybe you want to find a premium collection butterfly like I've taught on some of the past shows. Just put 70 to 90. Okay? And you go on here, and I scroll down, and now I'm going to see all the trades that qualify with the 70 to 90 range. And so that'll drop all those trades out. These are the trades that are, risking at least, that amount of money on the trade. Let me update that again. I got to always update the right side than the left. Scrolling down here, and then now, basically, I could put this trade on, and if the euro dollar finished between 29.53 and 29.33 at 2 o'clock, then I would make $15 on this side, $25 on that side. I'd basically net $40 on a net $60 risk on the trade. So not a bad trade for me to go in and be able to take advantage of. So I can also go down here and look at another one. This one I could actually bring in $42 on a trade and risk about $58. This is actually pretty cool right here. These two are priced exactly the same. Well, if I'm doing premium collection, I mean, when it's a binary, it comes down to the tick, okay? So I may want to make sure that I get the best possible trade that I can do. And so, again, 29.60, 29.61, they're both priced the exact same. So why in the world would I take on more risk with a lower probability trade by simply choosing that 29.61 or 29.60 strike? In this case, if I'm doing premium collection, I want the further away strike because, think iron condor, okay? On iron condors, you're trying to get it to stay in between the range. So by doing this, I'm like, you know what? Exact same risk, one more tick of cushion. And so it makes it very, very obvious which trade to choose. Choose the 29.61, not the 29.60. Because, again, when I do that, I'm saying it's going to be at or below that price. Well, if it gets to 29.61, the 29.60 is going to lose $80, and the 29.61 is going to make all the profit on that trade. So, a lot of cool features. I'll keep going through different settings and things that you can play with on here right when we get back from this break.
Who says you can't take it with you? TFNN says you can. With your mobile device and TFNN's live radio streams, TFNN has put it all in the palm of your hands. No special apps to download. No subscription fees for live radio or Tiger TV streams. We say you can.
Now let's go over to the dollar, because the dollar is going to be the generator. It is the generator of basically higher dollar, lower market. And what the dollar has done, and this whole uptrend, folks, has just gone sideways. The way it works, folks, is this.
We say you can. The Tiger Financial News Network. Smart investors and professional traders know you can. TFNN.com. Educating investors. With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pezzamento, Andy Hecht, Victor Jones, or Darrell Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing.
McEwen Mining is a high-growth, mid-tier producer in the Americas with a market capitalization of $1 billion. Experienced mining executive Rob McEwen, as chairman, CEO, and president, owns 25% of the outstanding shares of McEwen Mining and has put in place an ambitious business plan with the goal of qualifying for inclusion in the S&P 500 by 2015. With $70 million in cash and liquid assets as of the end of 2012 and completely debt-free, McEwen Mining is poised for growth. Production in 2013 is forecasted to grow at 24%, reaching 130,000 gold equivalent ounces, and over the next 3 years, McEwen Mining projects that their production will increase to 290,000 gold equivalent ounces, almost a threefold increase from last year's totals. If you'd like to find out more about McEwen Mining, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE or TSX under the symbol MUX.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to TFNN.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Darrell takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
All right, folks, welcome on back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. Right now we're looking at the binary spread scanner for Nadex that we just launched out. And my programming team has been working very, very hard on putting this together. The whole goal of this program has been to make it easier to trade Nadex. Nadex is, in my opinion, the best way to trade. And why? Well, because you have massive leverage. You have defined risk. You can have much less risk. Depending upon how you trade, you could not get stopped out on a trade. You'll never get margin called on a black swan move. Okay? You can start with $100, $500, $1,000 in your account. There's no day trading restrictions. You're never going to have to worry about a call being put to, a stock being called away from you or a stock being put to you. You don't have to worry about, last trading day. You don't have to worry about, futures being assigned to you or needing to deliver futures contracts. You don't have to worry about options being converted into stock, into futures. You don't have to worry about the complexities of Greeks like gamma, delta, theta, vega. You don't have to know any of those complex formulas. It's just easier. You don't have to convert currency from yen to dollar, from pound yen to pound to dollar. You don't have to go in and figure out what the tick value is on the DAX versus the S&P versus the euro dollar versus the pound yen versus, you don't have to figure out how it ticks. Does it tick in quarters or halves or, eighths of cents or dimes or nickels or pennies? Everything ticks in, increments on the spreads. Everything ticks in an increment of 1. I mean, the decimal place doesn't matter. It's always an increment of 1. It's the last digit of the quote. Is how it always ticks. And if you're wondering what tick means because you're a stock trader, tick is a cent. Okay, and a cent is one tick in a stock. It's the minimum increment move. So it always moves in an increment of 1. How simple is that? You're already used to that. You do that every day in every financial transaction you do. So it's that last digit. Last digit is always worth a buck. No weird currency conversions. No, memorizing 5,000 different values of things. You can hop in, place your trades, be done, hop out. You can trade for 30 minutes a day. You can trade for 8 hours a day. You can trade 23 hours a day if you want to. Obviously, that'd be insane. But, you don't have to trade a long time. You don't have to spend a lot of time trading. So some of my favorite trades take literally 5 minutes. I've done them on the air sometimes. I'll go and I'll do butterflies on the air. We'll go in and we'll place a trade. And so, for instance, let's say like right here on Eurodollar. Let me pull up the Eurodollar chart, and we'll throw one on. Let's just see how it works, okay? And I'll see if I like the trade first, of course. But we got Euro USD. Okay. It's currently at 29.27. It just disappeared on me. So we'll see if it comes back up. But, you know what? I can change this up a little bit. I don't know if it just got too cheap or... Yeah, it got a little bit too cheap. All right, so we're waiting on that one. There we go. Okay. So 29.23, 29.27, that's fine. We'll throw it on just for fun. Okay? So we got that one. And so what we do on here... And I'm trying to see if we can get one more to pop up for us. So we can do a true butterfly. While this one's going, I'll go ahead and put that one on there. So $75. I'll place that order. We'll get that one in. Okay. And then we'll see if it'll oscillate a little bit for us. And if it oscillates a little bit, then we can get on the other one. We just need to move up a little bit. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to get the other side on. 29.33. And I'm not saying you always do this. I'm just trying to show you an example. Okay? This is a demo account, so I'm not even live trading this right now. I just want you to see what I'm talking about. Okay. So now that we got the order in there, and that's always good to make sure you got filled, right? So let's go over to the Nadex platform. Let's go down. Okay, good. There's nothing in working orders. That's a good sign. Open positions. Okay, we got both of our open positions. Now, some people always freak out when they're new to trading. They're like, why am I down every time I get in and place a trade? Okay, it's called bid-ask spread. And, yeah, if you say that fast, sometimes it is that. But, anyway, so bid-ask spread. And it's the difference where you buy and where you sell. And this is the same on stocks, futures, forex, options, forwards, binaries, spreads, whatever. Okay? Works the same way across the board. And what it is if I buy at 20 and I sell at 16, then I have a $4 bid-ask spread, which means I'm going to be down $4 the second I get into the trade. Okay? So then the market has to move for me to make back that bid-ask spread. There's a reason for that, and I'll explain more about that and how it works when we get back from this break.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, gives you Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, Nasdaq, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. With Market Insights, nothing is left to guessing. With the market at record levels, volatility is here, and now is a perfect time to take advantage of a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights. As recently as March 26th, Tom advised his subscribers to liquidate their 4 short-term equity holdings, closing out all 4 positions for a combined 15.9% profit, and on April 1st, Tom advised his clients to sell their longer-term position in AIG warrants, locking in more than a 40% profit in just that one trade. If you'd like to see the kind of newsletter Tom O'Brien sends out to his subscribers each morning, then sign up for your 2-week free trial to Market Insights today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts has officially launched at TFNN. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind software, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, butterflies, ABCs, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the market for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, and even months searching to find. As part of our introductory pricing, we're offering licenses available at only $59 per month. We're so confident that you'll love this new outstanding piece of charting software that we'll even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Lock in your low price today by ordering your copy at TFNN.com. Darrell Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Darrell Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads.
This segment is brought to you by Thinkorswim. For more information, just click the Thinkorswim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
All right, welcome on back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. And what we're doing right now, we're going through just a few different things. One of those is how to do what I call a binary butterfly. And it's pretty simple. What we do is pull over here, we'll pull up a Euro-dollar chart, okay? And let me open this up, and then we'll go down to 5 minutes, get rid of our time and sells, just zoom in over here. And what we're saying on this trade is that the Euro-dollar will stay between, and this is a cool thing, you'll see what I'm going to talk about here in a second. It'll expire, okay? Between, right now, we're saying, let's see here, 29.24, so it's right below that area at the moment. 29.24, right there. Oh, we're getting arrows over here to get price levels. Okay. And so we'll pull out that line on there. And between 29.33. All right, so basically we're saying it will be in between this range during that time frame. And by the way, we're talking about the mark price, so not the bid price. So the average of the bid and the ask. So right now the average is like at 29.24, 29.25, so it's actually above that. And I'm not sure. Thinkorswim might allow you to do this. Under the settings, do they allow you to choose if it's bid or ask or mark? I'll have to ask them to find out. So most of the platforms will let you do that. And, yeah, there you go. Bid. There we go. Mark. Sweet. Okay. So now we got the mark price on there. That's good. And, so we got it right now at $29.24. You know, we're expecting it to say above $29.23, not go below $29.30, or not go higher than $29.33. So above $29.23, below $29.33. And now that we have that, let's zoom in a little bit more over here. And let's see, let's move this on back over to the live price. And we'll zoom in on this section. All right, so we're saying that it's going to expire between this range. What do we make if this happens? Okay. We go over here, and let's look at what happened on our fill prices. We bought this one for $75. We sold this one for $29. So, one thing you need to understand about binaries, which is pretty simple, whatever price you buy at, that's your maximum risk. So $100 minus that is the amount you'd make. So 100 minus 75, I'd make $25 on that trade if it stays, or expires, not stays, doesn't matter what it does in between. If it expires above $29.23. Now on this trade right here, what if the market stays below $29.33? What do I make? Well, on the buy side, the price that you buy at is your maximum risk. $100 minus that is your maximum reward. On the sell side, it's opposite. The price you sell at is your maximum reward. $100 minus that is your maximum risk. So I sold for $29, which means I'll make $29 on the sold trade. Okay? If it stays below $29.33. Or again, if it expires below $29.33. So how much can I make on the trade total? I can make 25 plus 29. If it stays inside the range, I will make $54 on this trade. Now, what if it expires above $29.23? Well, if I bought for $75, I'm risking $75. Okay? And then over here, if I sold for $29, I'm risking $71. Okay? So minus 71. Over here we'll put minus 75. So how much would I make or lose if it actually expired above it? Because I know I lose $75, but it cannot expire both above and below $29.33 and $29.23 at 2 o'clock. It could expire between them, but it couldn't expire on both sides. It couldn't expire above it and below it, okay, at the same time. So I'd lose $75 on this one, but I'd make $29 on the other side. So my net would be a $46 loss on if it expired above it. Okay? So we'll get that. Now what about if it expires below, if it expires below $29.33, I'd lose $46. What happens if it expires above $29.33? Well, I would lose $71 on this one, but I would make $25 on the other side. So if it expires above or below that price, I lose $46. Okay? If it expires in between it, I make $54. So I have a scenario, a premium collection with a better than a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Now, normally I like these to be wider than 10 ticks when I'm doing binaries, okay? When I'm doing butterflies for my range, 6 is really small. I'm trying to give you a good example right here on the air, make it quick and easy so you can learn the strategy. it all together. But I mean, that really is the summary of the whole strategy. So now that we got all that wrapped up, let me close down a few of these. And then let me show you something else that's pretty cool. We'll get rid of those. We're going to move this up here. Remember, our maximum risk on this trade that we figured out was $46. But if one side's losing, the other side is making. So let's say you're doing a binary butterfly, and you're expecting it to stay between the prices. But it doesn't. It goes outside of them. And like in your plan, if a bar closes outside of, like let's say you're trading 5-minute bars. If a bar closes, let's say, outside of the range, then maybe that's your exit signal. Okay, like get out. You don't have to take the full $46 loss. All right? So, this bar right here, if it now you could do closes, you could do if it goes out of it at all. Now then you can get on a little spike really easy. But let's say if it closes outside of. So let's just say right now this bar does close. It'll close here in the next couple minutes. I don't know if it'll be above or below the price at that time. But let's just say it was closing right now. Well, I'd make $40 on one, or I'd make $23 on one, I'd lose $40 on the other. I could close out both of them and basically lose $16 or $17 on this trade, where I had a profit potential of, I don't know if you remember how much, but I had a profit potential of 54. Not too shabby. Okay? Right now I could close them out. There's only a $8 risk or loss, because I'd make 20 on one, I'd lose 28 on the other. And so I don't have to wait until expiration to take the loss on the trade. It is often good, whether you're using 1-minute bars or 5-minute bars or, whatever works best for you, to, have some sort of let it have a little room to move without giving it too much, and be okay with your risk. Be okay with the $46 risk. Otherwise, you're going to be too antsy and get out too quick, not give a chance to make money. Right now, if I get out, it's just literally one tick below. Right now, if I got out of the trade, I would lose only $6 on this trade, where I had a profit potential to make $54 on the trade. So I can lose a lot, and if I just get one right, that's not a bad trade. Okay? If it moves up a couple more ticks, awesome. So, but right now, I'm not in a bad situation. I'm only down $7. That's basically my bid-ask spread. My bid-ask spread was actually larger than that when I started out between the two contracts. So I'm not down any more than I was my bid-ask spread originally at this moment. And so that's a range-bound strategy, saying, hey, it's going to stay in between this range. Now, you could also do the opposite, by the way. I could go in and I could buy for $25. And I could sell for $75. And if it expires outside the range, I can make $50. So you could do them in both directions. You could be range bound, or you could be breakout. So if you're doing a range bound trading strategy, you do a strangle, meaning I buy above and sell below. If you're doing if you're doing a range breakout strategy. If you're doing a range bound strategy, like an iron condor, iron butterfly type thing, then you buy below and sell above. And it's like right now it's above the strike, and right now I'm basically break even, down $1 or something like that on the trade. So time's working in my favor. And that's one thing I love about premium collection is time is in your favor. So as long as it's above or below that strike right now, it'll basically move in my favor more and more and more and more, basically more quickly. And again, at some point, if I'm like, this isn't my trade, I want to get out, right now I'd down $3. Again, I was down more when I got into the trade on my bid-ask spread. So, very cool strategy. The hard part sometimes can be finding these butterflies and doing all the math, because you got to go over here, you got to go, okay, let's just say I want to do the 2 o'clocks. And then you got to open it up. And then you got to start doing the math. Then you got to wait, because right now, notice how they're not sitting there. They're not sitting at that $25 and $75 price. So you don't even see any things, and you have to go in and you have to learn how to read this, and you got to open it up, or you got to do the math in your head, and then you're like, well, there's nothing there. What about here? Well, maybe there's something here now. I don't know. Well, maybe about here. What about over here? And then maybe what about here? Let me go back and check there again and see something came up. It's exhausting, and can really lead to missed opportunities, like I showed you earlier. Like right here, look at this. Same risk. one strike better, definitely take on the better trade. And but I go back up here and I just put 70 to, say $90 risk, expires in the next few hours, and it'll show me every potential trade. So right now there's nothing showing at the 2 o'clock time frame for my range-bound strategy. So it expires in 13 minutes. It's counting down to letting me know how much time there is left. There is an hour and 13 minutes on this one. So I could do another range-bound strategy, and I could tier these things in. And I could do one if it goes down and it hits my range. I could close that one out for maybe a $5 loss. Like, let's see, what would it be right now? If I close the trade out immediately, I'd be down $2. Okay, $1 at the moment. So if for some reason you decided you want to go ahead and close that trade down, you could do that. And a lot of people go, how do I close a trade? It's really, really simple. Just click on the little green arrow right next to it, right there, like that. Okay? And then update it to the current market price, okay? And hit place order. So, place order, boom, place order. The right side is the buy. So don't click on the sell side when you're buying and wonder why you don't get filled, because they're not going to let you buy lower than the market. Don't click on the buy side and expect to get filled in the sell. They're going to let you sell higher than the market. Okay, so sell, buy, and then hit place order, done. Out of the trade, trade's over, no big deal. Okay? So, very simple trade to do. Not a lot of work. Right now, the trade is in profit. Now we're up $5 on the trade. So, as the euro dollar is just oscillating between that range. So, you can see right here, it's just range bound. Lunchtime, huh? Doesn't this happen during lunch a lot? So, I mean, look at this. We got 11 o'clock. Got a little range going on from 11 to 12, right? So then you got a little boom, little big move right there. That might have been a trade that lost, or maybe you got out at a few bucks. And, or you're in this trade, it could have been wider because you had more time. All right, when you have more time, it's going to be wider. But right now, I mean, we're very profitable on the trade. We got 12 minutes for the trade to finish out. And I could close the trade now if I wanted to. Sort of be pointless, but I could close it out now if I wanted to for, $8 profit, $10 profit. So, as it's fluctuating around, now both sides are profitable. Okay? So just as it's fluctuating back and forth on the trade. So very simple trade, very easy to do, doesn't take a lot of work. Now you could just put it on and walk away. So, because it's range bound, you can't get stopped out of the trade. You can't get margin called on your trade. Your trade can never increase on its risk. So you can literally just hop on, put these trades on, look at a range, see if you find something on the scanner that matches up, place your trade. You can use the Nadex app to place your order on your phone. So whether you're working, full-time job or whatever, be your lunchtime trade, that type thing, and just go in and just, binary the thing. A little binary butterfly. So very simple to do, and I mean, you can go across, and there's multiple markets. You might find one that's better. Here's one that expires in 10 minutes on the pound dollar. So I could go over here, and let's see, I could pull up the pound. So we'll pull that one up. We'll look at that right when we get back.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on Chinese stocks, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor, Foresight Fund Services, LLC. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Recently, Basil Chapman has had some outstanding trades in his newsletter, The Opening Call. Each morning by 9 a.m., Basil uploads his newsletter to the TFNN servers so that his subscribers can access his expert trading advice. Basil gives his take on the direction of key indices and updates any active trades that his subscribers are currently in. Just recently, Basil's subscribers closed out a short position in Chipotle Mexican Grill, CMG, for more than an $86 profit per share, over a 20% gain in just one position. If you'd like to try out Basil Chapman's newsletter, The Opening Call, then visit the front page at TFNN.com and click Trading Newsletters. There you'll find Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, where you can request a free sample copy. Also, don't miss Basil's program, The Tiger Technicians Hour, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, on TFNN.
Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, has helped subscribers for over 10 years navigate the high-risk world of exploring and producing gold companies. And now's a great time to sign up for a free month-long trial to see the kind of insight that Tom delivers for his subscribers on a weekly basis. Every Monday, Tom O'Brien issues a quick update on the metal market, giving you his take on the HUI, XAU, GLD, dollar, bonds, and much more. Tom follows Monday's update with a full gold report, which is delivered to subscribers Tuesday afternoon with detailed coverage of 24 separate gold or metal stocks, as well as another 10 to 15 stocks that he lets you know are on his potential watch list. Get your month-long free trial to the Gold Report today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Don't spend another year navigating the metal markets on your own. Act early in 2013 and make the most of your gold and metal market investments.
Join David White as he keeps you up to date on the latest tech stocks while he uses his Power Law Vector Indicator to identify the best trades. The Power Trading Hour, next on TFNN.
All right, welcome on back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. So I went ahead and threw on another pound-dollar binary butterfly right there at the end of the commercial break, or before the commercial break there. And I went in and bought the 5109 and sold the 5119 for about a $40 profit potential on the trade, a little over $40 profit potential on the trade, which means about a $50 to $60 risk on that trade. And that's basically saying that the pound-dollar will stay between 5109 and 5119. in the next, 6 minutes. Both sides are currently profitable on both trades, the euro dollar and the pound dollar, and as they're staying inside this range. So as long as the euro dollar will stay in the range, and here, let me get the live chart up. Took a snapshot picture. But so right here, you can see, if it stays in this range, make $50. It stays in this range, make $50. Let's say one breaks out, one doesn't. I make 50, I lose 50. I net out break even. If they both stay in, I make $100. If they both break out, I could lose $100. That's, of course, if I wait until it goes to the last couple minutes and it breaks below it. And that's your danger zone. That's what you got to be aware of. Those last 2 minutes, okay, before expiration, there's really not much, if any, liquidity. So you're going to have a hard time getting out of the trade, okay? So if you want to get out of the trade, then, if you think it's close and I need to get out, like maybe I see this euro dollar moving up and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, that pound dollar, that's sitting right in between, man. But that euro dollar, it's really, really tight. And maybe, I'm thinking it may just bust out in those last 2 minutes, and I don't want to give it a chance. Well, I can get out of the trade right now for $35 profit. I'm going for 54, so I would be giving some back if I did that. But that would be an option I could do right now. I mean, now it's 35, 36, fluctuating a little bit around and around. Pulled back to the middle. But if I want to get out, okay, I need to get out before those last 2 minutes. If I don't, then I'll find out at 2 o'clock if I won or lost. So if it stays below that price, profitable. If it doesn't, it's a loss. Now, when I sell, I'm saying at or below. Okay? So at or below. 29.33. And so it has to actually be at 29.33 or below 29.33 for it to be profitable. If it's at 29.33.5, it's a loss. If it's at 29.34, it's a loss. If it's at 29.33, it profits. If it's at 29.32, obviously it profits. So it's 29.33 or below. So sell means at or below the price. Buy means above the price. All right? And again, we got these last 2 minutes. I want you to actually see this play out, just so you can see how the prices are going to like poof, just disappear on you. And now, one thing you can do also is you actually can opt to get out of the trade, okay, whenever it's close to max profit. Now, you will be giving up some of your profit, but like say on the 29.23, let's say this thing moves up and then moves down. Then I could actually get out, say at $97. Like if I bought it at 75, I could get out at 97. And if I sold at 30, I could buy back at 3. So it's fluctuating back and forth. So that way I might actually be able to, avoid a losing trade because it moves so far in one direction, I get out, but then it flies all the way back and I get on the other side. So you could get out early if you wanted to. Right now, we're looking pretty good on them. Okay, notice how all those prices just disappeared. Okay, there's one price sitting there in the market. That price that you see sitting in the market at this moment, that is somebody else's trade. So it's another trader that put on a trade right there. And so we can go over here. There we go. And looks like trades are, going to be profitable. We'll see here in the next 30 seconds. So, anyways, but that's a good trade for you to learn. Now, you don't have to do it 15 minutes. You can do it 23 hours out and get a huge wide range. I just want to do it inside the time frame of the show so you can see how it works. All right, we all have a great day. David White's coming up next on the Power Trading Hour.
Let me tell you something, folks. I have people coming up to me saying, I just can't believe the amount of work that Steve does on his newsletter. And I says, I absolutely agree.
That is a recent clip from the Money Masters show that Tom and I do each day at TFNN. My newsletter service, Mastering Probability, is much, much more than a newsletter. Yes, it's outperformed the S&P 500 by 100% during the last 15 months. But more importantly, it's an extraordinary education, a roadmap for your success. And it's yours risk-free for the next 30 days. Just go to the homepage of TFNN.com and click on my name, Steve Rhodes, and then Mastering Probability, because everyone needs a success strategy. For most, it's a competitive edge, the will to win, the drive to overcome any obstacle. Whatever you call it, winners find a way. Find your way to Mastering Probability today, because your journey to extraordinary rewards is just one click away.